Hi, this is kycheah. This is episode 2, Trial by Jury. Where was I? The group of us, oh yes, the group of us followed the clerk into the courtroom where the judge sits. We walked into the room and the judge was already there. So he smiled and looked at our direction as we walked slowly into his presence. We kept standing there. Then he acknowledged our presence, and then and nodded again to the court clerk, and the court clerk looked at the door and ushered in the counsel with a man, uh, with a young man who was in long sleeve, long pants, smartly dressed, and behind him was a policeman, a security officer. Presumably, it was the OKT, the accused. So he stood at a distance from us, and then in came several policemen as well as two other lawyers. Then we were briefed by the clerk, and then further explained also by the judge. And he said also that once our name is called, we have to step forward. All right. So one by one, we had to step forward. So I was in one of the, I don't know, maybe number 10. So anyway, one by one, we went out, and we stood stood in front, so that they said so that you can see, we stand in front so that the OKT can look at you, and he will decide whether you should be in or not. All in all, you will be selected. 7 of you will be selected. Okay, so one by one, we stood up, and the OKT, the accused, look at us, and then whispered a bit to the and then the counsel also, they discussed for a few seconds, and this process went on for maybe another, was about 20 minutes. All in all, uh, 19 of us were selected. No, 19 of us came in, because one was absent. The judge was very angry, and I will show you the cartoon that I have done about his reaction to his absence. You see what he said was, how can he be absent? This is government duty. Send the Black Maria for him, because the court clerk said he was in. The doctor was in Johor attending to an important meeting, but the judge said this is government duty. I don't care who he is. He has to come. Send the Black Maria for him. You know what is a Black Maria? A Black Maria is a police van where they ferry prisoners. Okay. Then a little while later, he changed his tune. He said, "Oh, okay. I will not take action on this guy for today, because I'm in a good mood. Otherwise, next time," he told the court clerk, "be stern with these people. Don't give them face, because according to our law, the law of the land, if you do not do jury duty, you can be jailed. You can be fined $2,000 at least, or maybe how about a couple of months jail. This is government duty, all right?" Okay, back to the vetting of the jury. So by and by, we were selected out of 20. 7 of us were selected, and then after the selection, the OKT took his place at the dock. There were 2 Chinese, 1 Indian, 1 Singh, and 3 Malays. 3 Malays, one of which was a lady. A Malay lady. So after that, we had to stand in line, and we were sworn in before the clerk, of course in the presence of the judge, that we will do our duty, blah blah blah, and those kind of things. And then after that, the OKT was discharged, and discharged in the sense that he was handcuffed, because before that when he came in he was handcuffed, and when he stood at a distance, look at us, gave us the nod. That at that time he was not in handcuffs, and now they have cuffed him again, and so he looked, yeah, was a nice young man, 20, a handsome guy, he smiled, give a smile, maybe he was nervous a bit, so he went off, and that is that. So back to the judge. So the rest of the ones not selected, the judge said, we'll call you again next time. So you have done your duty, very good, we discharge you, thank you very much. But for the 7, yeah, you have to, I have to give you a bit of a briefing, he said. So the other 12 were excused, and they went off. The 7 of us, the judge said, sit at the jury panel, which is next to the judge. We had to sit there, and the judge said, now among you, you have to elect a foreman. You have to get a foreman. The foreman will represent you and be your spokesman. It doesn't make you have to choose among yourselves. So I tell you what, the court will, the court process, this court process, particular process, will take about 2 weeks. About 2 weeks. We will start at this date, and you have to be prompt. And of course, you will get the department will have to release you. They cannot stop you from doing your duty, and you'll be reimbursed for your transport charges, and lunch, tea will be provided by the court. So the court will normally start about 9 o'clock, and you will before that you have tea or breakfast on the house. Here you come at 8:30. The breakfast is prepared for you. Yeah, good for you. And then and the court will recess for tea at such a time, and then lunch, and then tea again, and we adjourn, maybe probably in the afternoon, depending on the case. All right, this case can take 2 weeks, and then it's going to be a serious felony case. You know what I mean? This case means if the OKT, the accused, is found guilty, I have to sentence him to death. It is mandatory death sentence. Okay, but you don't have to worry. You only have to know the facts, understand the facts, and I will be guiding you along. You 7 of you are the judges of facts, and I am the judge of law. He says, and I do not want anybody to the decision has to be unanimous, meaning to say it has to be 7-0. If it is 6-1 either way, 6-1 or 5-1 either way, that is what we call a hung jury. A hung jury means it is inconclusive. When we have a hung jury, you have to go back and decide again. If you come back again and the result is still the same, then I have to re-empanel another 7 members of the jury, and there will be another. It will be a retrial. Okay, I think I have said so much about this, and more than how many minutes, and I think I'll continue the next day. I hope it's this is my experience. I'm sharing with you all. I hope it is. I don't know if it's very interesting to you or not, because law is a dry subject. I know nobody likes it, but I was thinking it's something that I have to share, because all this while I've been writing, I've even written an article about it. I've written a small booklet about the jury system in my blog. A lot I've written. 20-30 pages about jury qualification, disqualification, and the system in our country, and the hierarchy of courts. Hierarchy of courts. Yeah, the judge said even if the person is found guilty, you don't have to worry, because there are so many courts of appeal to him. Now this is the High Court. The next court is going to be a court of appeal. He can appeal if his case is, if he feels that he has a case. Then you go further, you'll be another court, a federal court, and still the execution or whatever will not be carried out until it goes to the pardons board, and all will take a couple of years. You don't have our hierarchies court system is like this. It will take some time because we always believe in justice for the common man, and you are the people helping, to administrate the law in this country. Okay, that much I can speak for today. I will see you next time then. Have a good day. Bye.